Hello, nice to see you all. My name's Adam Wightman, and I'm the new director at the Colchester Archaeological Trust down in Essex. We rejoined, I think is probably the way to put it, back in February of last year. And I'm sort of born and raised in Essex. I'm from Colchester itself. I went and worked for a couple of other units and then returned to the glorious town of Colchester, now a city. And I've been working with Philip there for the last 20 years, especially sort of working in the urban town centre excavations. CAT's quite a long-standing establishment, been around since 1963, started as an excavation committee before becoming the Colchester Archaeological Trust. We're an educational charity and limited company, and we sort of work around Colchester, Essex, a little bit into Suffolk, Hertfordshire, sort of about an hour's sort of radius from our office. Philip, like I say, he retired sort of February time last year. He was the director for 53 years in the end of the Colchester Archaeological Trust, did amazing things for Colchester and the archaeology of the town, as well as for sort of generally Roman archaeology in Britain. He's still around, still visits, still smiling, has had a few health issues since he retired, but he's still going and still living in the town. And that's where we're sort of at the moment. We offer the sort of standard suite of services that you would expect of an archaeological contractor unit. And like I say, our radius is fairly tight. We don't currently undertake any away work, but we are sort of thinking about how we can change the company and maybe build on what Philip created. We have a lot of staff who've been with us a long time, some over 40 years, a lot around 30 years, 20 years. There's a lot of experience and longevity of service in our team, and sort of lots of expertise in Colchester and the sort of artifacts of Colchester and the surrounding area. So, for most part, sort of what CAT is sort of most famous for is its urban excavations, the work that it's done in the town centre. And it's sort of fair to say that that has really been the primary research objective of CAT over the years. Major discoveries in the sorts of 70s and 80s, finding the first Roman legionary fortress buried underneath the town. In the last 20 years, we've found the remains of the Roman bathhouse, looked at lots of evidence to do with Boudicca's revolt, finding burnt buildings, lots of charred food remains, and we found the Fenwick treasure sort of back in 2014. And like I say, really that is what I think CAT is most famous for, although like I say, we do work quite a lot wider than that in sort of Essex and Suffolk radius as well. Most famously, in recent years, sort of 20 years ago, in 2004, we discovered the remains of Britain's only known Roman chariot racing track. This was part of a large redevelopment where on the outskirts of the town, there was the sort of large modern military barracks that became put up for housing development. And underneath the army land, we found the remains of the circus. It sort of remained unknown for so long because it'd been under army land. Not a lot of archaeological work had taken place there. And so we had that opportunity to sort of be the first to have a look under the barracks and see what was there. The monument became scheduled in 2007, and we've sort of been working ever since to help interpret the site, educate people about the monument and about chariot racing. To such an extent that just after 2007, after it became scheduled, we did a sort of a large public appeal in the town. We worked with lots of other bodies in the town and city, looking to try to raise money to put together a visitor centre for the Roman chariot racing track. We raised £250,000. We were all out shaking buckets at football matches and going to various companies begging for money. We used that money to buy a derelict building in the garrison, which is the building you can see on the left there. It's a 1937 NAFI building, and we've converted it into a visitor centre. In there, we have lots of reconstructions. We have fantastic models. That's on the far right. That's a scale model of Roman Colchester with the circus in the foreground. We have sort of large community of volunteers who we have. That's one specific group, the sort of model making volunteers. We have ones who help upkeep the centre, looking after the grounds, and it's sort of developed into sort of quite a community project in Colchester, where we have lots of people involved with keeping this visitor centre up and running, sort of project managed by Cat, and with is sort of in conjunction with as much help as we can get from the city council. Obviously their funds being fairly limited these days. They help us at the moment. They're currently providing us with sort of a mobile 5G network, local network in the area. So we've been working to develop like an augmented reality experience at the circus. So again, that would be something we can deliver to people through partnering with the council. So with the Roman Circus Centre, we could use it as a lecture theatre because it was a NAFI, it has a stage, etc. So we have lots of groups that use the building. The Young Archaeology Club are hosted there. We have Colchester Archaeological, like an oral history group. So we sort of work as quite a sort of community centre for archaeology and heritage in Colchester. We're also able to use the visitor centre to put on displays about what we find. Lots of the larger sites in recent years, we've then gone on to put sort of large displays on so that members of the public who, you know, they come to our open days, our site open days. We do those pretty much any time we excavate in the town. We often get many thousands of people turn up over multiple days and have to use Eventbrite, etc., to manage the situation. And then we put these exhibitions on so people can come and see what we're finding as part of the post-excavation process. Like I say, a lot of this is helped by our volunteer community. You can see a lot of them there on the left. And that sort of helps us build quite a strong link with the local community. And we work with the press and local politicians a lot to sort of disseminate our message. We're very lucky, really, to work in a city where the people are very, very keen and very interested in their archaeology and heritage, and are very, very supportive of us. That's really it for me, pretty much. I mean, I would say that obviously that's very Colchester centric, and that has been very much Colchester's Archaeological Trust's place in the past. We are very much hoping in our new era to be a bit more outward looking. We've been very much, Cat's been very keen to put everything it does online. We've got a big online report library. We need to sort of pick up the publications. We're hoping to engage a little bit more with the wider archaeological community going forward. And so, yeah, hopefully you'll start to see us appearing at more FAME and CIFA conferences and things like that. And yeah, we'll hopefully get the chance to work together with some of you going forward. So thank you very much.